Hello guys, it's me again, and today I make this video to share with you something about culture in Vietnam. Now, I will share with you something like language, customs, and food. Okay. Vietnamese culture is understood and presented under different perspectives. The first, the first is that the cultural identity of Vietnam and the culture of the Vietnamese presenting the history of Vietnamese culture only as a history of civilization of the Vietnamese. The second conception Vietnamese culture is the whole culture of the Vietnamese people reside in the land of Vietnam. Only the culture of each ethnic group, no national culture. As a third conception, Vietnamese culture is a national cultural community. This is a unified national culture on the basis of diverse ethnic cultural nuances. The concept of a nation is sovereign, in which a great majority of citizens are bound together by the elements that make up a nation. This third concept is now dominated by researchers, managers, and in the fight of culture in Vietnam. Okay, and Vietnamese culture under the concept of unified national culture on the basis of multi-ethnic cultural nuance is expressed in three main characteristics. The first is that Vietnam has a rich and diversified culture in all respects. The Vietnamese and the 54 ethnic groups have good customs and have many festivals. The meaning of community life, the beliefs that persist in faith from the tradition to the modern of literature and art. Second are characteristic differences in topographic, climatic, and ethnic distribution. Populations have created cultural areas with specific characteristics in Vietnam from the cradle of Vietnamese culture in the Red River theater of the Vietnamese mainstream with kinky culture, village culture, and wet rice civilization to the cultural nuances of the mountainous ethnic groups in the northwest and northeast, from the frontier regions of Vietnam to the north central Vietnam, to the Cham culture of Cham people in the south center, from the new land in the south with the combination of Chinese culture, Khmer people, to the diversity of culture and ethnicity in the Central Highlands. Okay, as a third feature, with a thousand years history of the Vietnamese people, along with the later convergence of other ethnic groups, from the native culture of the ancient Vietnamese, from the Hồng Bàng period to the external influences of for thousands of years, with the ancient influences of China and Southeast Asia to the influences of France from the 19th century, the West in the 20th century, and globalization from the 21st century. Vietnam has made changes in culture. According to historical barriers, there are aspects missing, but also other cultural aspects added to modern Vietnamese culture. And about our language, Vietnamese is the official language of Vietnam. The mother tongue of Vietnamese and the common language of our 54 ethnic groups living in Vietnam. Vietnamese people use our 86%, although it's a common language of the Vietnamese people. It has different phonetic and vocabulary in the regions, leading to the Vietnamese dialect divided into different dialects from the north, center, and region male. In region male, okay. Customs in Vietnam has a long tradition of thousands of years. It has a customary law deeply rooted in the people and more powerful than laws. According to the ups and downs of the history of the nation, customs of the Vietnamese people are constantly changing according to the trend of culture and social changes. However, there are customs and traditions that are missing, but the customs of affirmation of its correctness, beauty through the fact that these customs still exist in today's Vietnamese life. Okay, and about the food in Vietnam, Vietnamese cuisines focuses on delicious food, but sometimes not set. Their first goal is to eat. Therefore, in the system of Vietnamese cuisine, there are not many fancy dishes, such as stick like Chinese cuisine do not favor the high is is a is a is the thick taste and Japanese cuisine, but the flavor spicy delicacies delicacies to delicious dishes or those of raw materials. Crispy enjoy a very interesting, although not really fat. In fact, many people find that in a sensual way, Vietnamese cuisine is the middle way of mixing raw materials, not too spicy, too sweet, or too fat. Okay, and the raw materials for processing Vietnamese dishes are very rich, including many kinds of herbs, spices, fruit, or dung leaves. The fermented spices and spices characteristic of the tropical Southeast Asian peoples are used in a harmonious way and are in accordance with the principle of yin and yang. Okay, that's all about my opinion about culture in Vietnam. So, I would like you can share with me or with me and all you guys about your opinion about our culture in Vietnam in below my video. Okay, thank you very much for watching and listening. Bye bye, see you again next video.